welcome to our Youth Congress. And without further ado, and without further dilly-dally, let us start our Congress. Each junior minister of tourism or commissioner of tourism has been asked to discuss one of the following topics: multi-generational travel and Caribbean agri-tourism. The first topic is multi-generational travel. Some call it multi-generational travel, others call it grand tripping. But the idea of grandparents traveling with their children and grandchildren is very evident today and is one of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry, according to the Travel Industry Association in the United States of America. According to travel experts, the most important part of organizing a 3-generation vacation is to be able to accommodate everyone's needs. As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, share what advice you would give to your government to facilitate and promote multi-generational travel to your country and how your country's tourism products and services should cater to the varied needs of the 3 generations. The first country with this topic is the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Mommy, I'm going ziplining. Sweetie, I'm out fishing. Hey sis, I'm hungry. Sis, wait, where's Grandma? This was Grandma's 80th birthday family trip, and because of convenience, splendid. Multi-generational travel is integral to the sustainability of USVI tourism. However, the USVI and the Caribbean need to become a more convenient travel destination for these families. Convenient is reasonably priced travel, unique activities, safety initiatives, and most importantly, customer service. Concerning reasonably priced travel, the USVI Department of Tourism should create an incentive tax break for government-registered vacation residencies, offering family group discounts and a placement on USVI mobile app. However, families also love glamping or glamorous camping. I applaud St. Lucia's Ladera for taking this initiative. Our government should promote the building of eco-lavish accommodations, much like Concordia St. John, because family travel is one of the fastest growing sectors of the travel industry. Concerning unique activities, what is there not in the Caribbean? A Pirates of the Caribbean roller coaster attraction park, ocean view on Northwest St. Croix, smaller scale production on Water Island. Hype up the island's rich pirate history with Bluebeard and Blackbeard, how the voices of slaves lost at sea started hurricanes. The Caribbean as a whole, though, needs a unique activity, a festival that can be guaranteed to families throughout all islands, the Lionfish Line. Teams catch lionfish, raising awareness of biodiversity loss, and end with a beach family picnic with tasty local delicacies like fungi and island music, creating a plethora of jobs and strengthening our economy. Everybody eats and Lionfish Line. Concerning safety, though, families do not eagerly travel to regions with high crime rates, regions where tourists and locals alike being victimized. They're too frequent. Beef up existing police patrol in highly frequented areas and crack down on gang activity. In tourism, it is customer service that matters. Good hospitality expected. Every Virgin Islander should take the customer service pledge. Instead of strepsing our teeth, saying, we should be saying, you're traveling together? Wonderful. How may I help you? The U.S. Virgin Islands, the Caribbean, must cater to these more active seniors, more worldly toddlers, these multi-generational families. If we implement reasonably priced travel, unique activities, safety initiatives, and focus on customer service, we will. Man, the future's so bright, I got to wear shape. Wait, sis, is that Grandma? Sis, I found Grandma. She's riding dolphins? Active seniors these days. Thank you.
The idea of sports tourism, to me, speaks to a larger idea of being able to open up the islands to competition, being able to encourage not only the islands, but also people from different countries to be able to come in and show off their skills as amazing surfers or pro sailors or tennis players or as junior ministers and commissioners of tourism. It's not just the sports that we can incorporate into competition encouragement. Right now, all the junior ministers and commissioners of tourism are experiencing multi-generational travel. We are the essence of what multi-generational travel is right now. I'm sure all of us brought chaperones and parents and maybe a sibling here or there This is an excellent example of what competition can mean to multi-generational travel. But how can we accommodate for the needs of the 3 different generations? Well, of course, we'll be attracting the younger generation with whatever water sports activities and what have you, and of course the competitions themselves. But how can we accommodate for the needs of the older generation? Do we have the means for transportation? Some of our older generation may be afflicted with physical ailments that restrict them to a wheelchair. Is there wheelchair access for anyone who is, if they do suffer from that ailment? Is there transportation that can get them to where they need to go? Because these are the things that people are considering when they're booking trips to vacations. You know, they look online and they say, okay, does this place have the things that will be able to cater to me? The first thing that anyone's going to do when they're going to go to a vacation is they're going to look online and say, okay, reviews of the British Virgin Islands, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's no wheelchair access. I can't go there. And we can't have that happening. And what happens is all we get is just one person coming in and then coming back and saying, oh, I had a great time. I wish you could have been there. But we don't want that. Not only do we want to attract multiple generations, but we also want to keep them coming back. In order to do that, we have to show them our natural hospitality, because that's really what people expect of us. When I was doing my research for this debate, I looked online in reviews to get an idea of what people were expecting of us, and I found this constantly repeated idea of, you know, an island paradise, a place we could go and relax, like U.S. Virgin Islands said, a place of comfort, and a place where we could rejuvenate. This is the idea we need to push. Not only do we need to be able to attract people with our various competitions and events and carnivals and things like that, but we need to be able to keep them coming back. And how do we do that? Well, we can just be ourselves. We're a hospitable region. We are the global capital for niceness. People come to us to experience how it feels to be treated kindly. This is what they expect. These are not difficult things I'm talking about. These are relatively easy to implement. They're not great big ideas that require a lot of planning where it's not difficult. These are simple things that we can and should be doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll be having the Junior Minister from the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Chairperson, fellow Junior Ministers, Commissioner. A safe haven for all families as it embodies the elements of a home away from home. Loving and dependable people, green and pristine environment, host to the world's 3rd best beach, the Caribbean's best beach, the world best family resort, Beaches Resort and Spa, all awarded by our World Travel Awards. This is my Turks and Caicos. As Junior Minister of Tourism, it is my mandate to outline policies and plans to my government in order to facilitate and promote multi-generational tourism and meeting the needs of the 3 generations. The Turks and Caicos Islands are already being advertised as a family destination. However, more aggressive and innovative advertisements must be sustained through a myriad of channels, including traditional media and modern avenues such as destination websites and social marketing platforms. What exactly can we offer to penetrate this market? Research on multi-generational travel reveals one factor driving this type of group vacation is family reunions. These are recurrent events. Thus, I would advocate that we diversify our tourism products to provide dynamic family reunion-oriented services, such as personalized catering and event coordination, thereby shifting our burden of event planning from the guests to the hoteliers. We need to emphasize the key themes to our multi-generational travelers: convenience, memories, and value. What exactly does Turks and Caicos promote? Bonding, the ability to reconnect with loved ones within a beautiful, hassle-free, and relaxed environment, strengthening family members' emotional connections. Experiences, our greatest resources are people who are able to create a lifetime of precious memories that is unparalleled to any other experience. Inclusivity, travelers receiving value for their money with a 3-for-1 pricing plan. Culture, our guests will come into contact with our hospitable natives who are ready and able to share our rich cuisine and culture. Taste the culture, a true Turks and Caicos experience, which includes our unique cuisine such as conchs and wilks. Island fish fry, that's a must. Multiplicity, catering to the needs of the 3 generations, that's Turks and Caicos specialty. Grandma and Grandpa, you guys can also go to our luxurious spa, rekindling the flames that burned so brightly many years ago. Mom and Dad, you guys, ditch the kids. Go cooking with Chef Nick. Experience the beautiful scenery of our coral reefs during snorkeling. While my young colleagues here enjoy wakeboarding. Jam to the robust rhythm of the local reggae street music, just like dancing last night. Notwithstanding, in order to strengthen the capacity to entice multi-generational travelers, my government has to embark on creating theme parks, underwater botanical gardens, and packages which reduce the diversity of each island. Home to the multi-generational family, our doors and hearts forever open. The Turks and Caicos Islands.
Thank you very much. I actually taste the culture. I'll actually have the junior minister from Anguilla.
Honorable Chairman, fellow junior ministers and commissioner, greetings from the tranquil islands of Anguilla. I wish to address you on the important issue of multi-generational travel. According to research presented in a white paper by Preferred Hotel Groups, reconnecting with friends and family remains the #1 motivation for leisure travel. 40% of all active leisure travelers have taken at least one multi-generational trip during the previous 12 months. And the Caribbean ranks #2 as the destination of choice for multi-generational travelers. This, my learned colleagues, is a niche that we cannot afford to ignore. So what is it that makes Anguilla attractive for multi-generational travelers? According to research, the most important attributes include beautiful scenery, varied cuisines, and beach experiences. Topping the list, however, was having enough time to just relax and unwind in tranquility wrapped in blue. Given the range of experiences available on our island, we are poised to grow exponentially in this market. So how do we capitalize on this opportunity? First, we need to make it as easy as possible for multi-generational travelers to come to Anguilla. In Anguilla, we have found that many of our guests prefer the services of destination management companies to coordinate the various elements of their trip. Second, Anguilla can create special marketing programs, such as theme parties to celebrate milestone events, upgrades for those requiring multiple rental vehicles, or even special communication packages offering cell phone circles which will enable family members to stay connected while on the joint vacation. Finally, as a destination, we must communicate our unique selling points. Attracting the multi-generational market is about emphasizing 3 key themes in our marketing communications. We must celebrate memories. We must highlight convenience. And we must deliver value. The message must be communicated that we appreciate the business, and this will be reflected in benefits of our products, pricing, and privileges at our island. In closing, may I remind you that when we welcome multi-generational travelers, we are witnessing sustainability in action, for we are given an opportunity to court and woo the next generation of travelers, the children. And by creating positive, exciting experiences for them, we increase the possibilities that they will return later in life with their families. My honorable colleagues, we have seen the future of Anguilla's tourism, and that future is with us now. Let us resolve to do everything in our power to make multi-generational travel the next big thing for Caribbean marketing success. I thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll be having the junior minister from St. Kitts.
Chairman, fellow junior ministers and Commissioner of Tourism, good afternoon. It is Lindsay Rivera, President of Preferred Hotel Group, who states that multi-generational travel is a powerful opportunity for the international travel market. Additionally, Dorothy Brown from the Philadelphia Inquirer defines multi-generational travel or grand tripping as, and I quote, a 3-generation trip comprising grandparents, parents, and children traveling together on vacation, end quote. Guess what? The U.S. Travel Industry Association also affirms that last year, more than 17 million trips spanned 3 generations. Imagine 56% of these travelers are interested in the Caribbean. Colleagues, according to a 2011 study carried out by Preferred Hotels, what multi-generational travelers look for most are beautiful scenery, an opportunity for rest and relaxation, a place never visited before. And let us not forget that our keynote speaker, Daniel Levine, also emphasized different cuisines. Just taste the food. Consequently, we must market our destinations via our website, through social media, and at trade shows as a place that is scenic, rich in culture and history, and is characterized by laid-back charm. Colleagues, let me emphasize that it is all about authenticity. Forging strong partnerships with the private sector would be one of my main goals. I would therefore advise my government to negotiate with airlines and hotels to offer special packages and group fares for travel and accommodation, including multi-room packages. Our Fall in Love with St. Kitts Nevis Destination-wide Added Value Program is one such example. I would also encourage our local tour operators to offer celebration event packages for persons observing momentous occasions such as weddings and anniversaries or special birthdays. Colleagues, if you are a guest at one of our hotels, wouldn't you enjoy family-style dinners at discounted rates? I don't know about you, but I sure would. What about duty-free concessions for our entrepreneurs who want to develop family-style attractions for families that visit our country to facilitate and entertain relaxation and bonding? In St. Kitts, the Sadie Hill Adventure Park initiative is one such venture. Colleagues, in closing, you must agree with me that multi-generational travel is a potential goldmine for Caribbean destinations. We must therefore, without a doubt, form strong partnerships with the private sector and NGOs, engage in vigorous marketing, and develop more authentic tourism attractions. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. St. Kitts. At this time, we'll be having the Commissioner of Tourism for Martinique.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour. Good morning, everybody. Messieurs et dames, bel bonjour, comme dirait ma grand-mère. Depuis quelques années, les professionnels du tourisme constatent un accroissement des voyages multigénérationnels. Ce sont souvent les grands-parents, baby boomers à la retraite, qui sont à l'initiative de ceci. Ils y voient l'occasion de découvrir de nouveaux pays, de vivre de nouvelles expériences en compagnie de leurs enfants et petits-enfants. La Martinique est une petite île, jolie petite île s'il vous plaît. Elle fait 80 km à vol d'oiseau dans sa plus grande longueur. On pourrait penser qu'il est facile et rapide d'en faire le tour. N'en croyez rien. À une époque lointaine, les familles se réunissaient souvent, mais il était difficile pour eux d'imaginer de grands déplacements en famille. La pauvreté des moyens n'offrait pas beaucoup de choix pour tous. Aujourd'hui, c'est différent. Le réseau routier a rapproché les gens et les régions, les déplacements en sont facilités et en un même endroit, il n'est pas rare que soient organisés des plaisirs pouvant séduire plusieurs publics. C'est pourtant également une époque où l'on risque de se trouver de plus en plus isolé devant son ordinateur, son smartphone, la télévision ou dans une maison de retraite. Voilà pourquoi le développement des voyages intergénérationnels constitue un lien vital pour nos sociétés d'aujourd'hui. Mais comment satisfaire les besoins de tous? Et c'est bien là la difficulté, cette partie délicate de réussir à satisfaire les besoins de tout le monde. Cela demande imagination et amour, finesse et ouverture d'esprit, respect des particularités, prise en compte des individualités. Avec cette recette, il nous est possible et très tentant de réaliser ces rêves de voyage en famille. Si j'avais mon mot à dire, et compte tenu de ma jeune expérience avec mes proches, je partirais d'un constat. Les informations sur les possibilités de voyage intergénérationnel sont encore trop difficiles d'accès. Donc, dans un premier temps, pour aider les familles, il faudrait que les professionnels du tourisme mettent en place des sites internet et des applications sur la thématique des réunions de famille. Cela permettra à ces dernières d'organiser leur séjour à distance et de régler toutes les modalités. Dans un deuxième temps, des tournois pourraient être organisés pour les familles durant le séjour. Des quiz sur les visites, des tournois sportifs ou encore artistiques. Troisièmement, pour mettre à l'aise toute la famille, Les organisateurs de séjour devraient intégrer des jeunes comme animateurs pour s'occuper des clients de leur âge. Ils seraient beaucoup plus à l'aise. La quatrième idée serait que les organisateurs devraient également laisser au choix des plages horaires libres aux familles afin qu'elles se retrouvent entre elles. Enfin, et peut-être le plus important finalement, être en communication quasi permanente avec les associations de personnes âgées qui pourraient se révéler être un trésor de savoir-faire et de mémoire pour animer, informer sur la vie en temps longtemps, sur nos pratiques disparues et ainsi créer un lien. Entre plaisir extrême et farniente, fast-food et gastronomie, zouk party et begin traditionnel, il y a de la place pour cette plage d'entente de qualité que l'on nomme équilibre et harmonie. Ce n'est pas un rêve, et moi, j'y crois. Nous, génération montante, responsables juniors du tourisme, nous nous engageons à apprendre à faire encore mieux, à inventer, à proposer davantage, afin que les voyages intergénérationnels, si prisés par les familles, soient désormais le rêve de tous. Nous sommes conscients qu'il faut de plus en plus gommer les différences et rassembler les familles, qui garantissent une qualité de vie et dont les avantages en termes d'éducation, de cadre de vie éloignent des tristes pièges de notre époque. Un endroit, un espace où il fait bon vivre, qui fait place à l'échange, qui réunit au lieu de diviser et qui ne gêne pas les individualités. Le temps des vacances offre l'opportunité de ces grands rassemblements, de ces belles réunions familiales pour du plaisir en partage. Intergenerational travel is a source of human, societal, and economic development. And that is why, as General Minister of Tourism of Martinique, I commit myself to defend the program facilitating its implementation. This is more than a project. This is my vision, and as such, I declare this agenda a priority. Thank you for your attention. Merci.
Our second topic is Caribbean agri-tourism. There's more to it than visiting the farms. According to the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation and Agriculture, Caribbean agritourism consists of several approaches that focus on A, when farmers and agri-processors supply hotels and restaurants with local produce and processed foods. B, through the use of natural remedies or bush medicines and organic treatments to promote health and wellness. C, by sharing our agricultural heritage, such as visits to old plantations or agricultural museums. D, through our local food festivals and culinary traditions. E, with farm-based activities such as rural bed and breakfast and farm tourism. F, through community-based initiatives such as village fairs, farmers market, and rum shop tourism. As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, select two of the above approaches that you would recommend to your tourism colleagues in your country to help to promote agritourism and justify your recommendations. At this time, we'll have the island of Dominica.
Agriculture and tourism. What better combination is there to sustain and diversify a country's economy? Agritourism is defined by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture as the integration of indigenous food, culture, wellness, and the environment into a sustainable tourism experience. Therefore, with my country's resources, colleagues, I am positive that agritourism could become the leading tourism sector in Dominica if well promoted. Towards promoting it, I would envision our farms, not just as farms, but as agricultural heritage filled with rich cultural history. Dominica boasts of many agricultural estates, such as the Makushui Estate, which once served as an old sugar plantation. With renovations, these old plantations can be transformed into historic modern-day marvels and agricultural museums, transmitting our visitors back to life on the old plantations. Just imagine entering a museum where not only you see our culinary dishes, exotic crops, historic antiques, and slave emancipation monuments, but also the crafts and traditions of the Carib people, signifying the importance of the indigenous people to our culture. This venture will offer marvelous agricultural-based attractions, luring a variety of visitors to the island. Secondly, I recommend agritourism through our local food festivals and culinary traditions. The website visitdominica.com proves that current annual food festivals held in Dominica, which include the Rabbit Festival, Pork Festival, and Titiwi Festival, boast as grand tourist attractions. Further implementation of other festivals and the promotion of those present have and will baffle our visitors with our unique food preparation methods. Our locally famous culinary traditions include the kalalu, roasted breadfruit, and the agouti and maniku, seasoned with our local herbs and spices. These wonderful delicacies are known to entice the taste of the tourist, meeting their interest and drawing them back to the island. In conclusion, I firmly state that these strategies will not only widen our tourism market by proposing new implementations through agritourism, but will also set Dominica as a landmark for exquisite cuisine and historic culture. With a sustained history, wonderful heritage, and attractive cuisine, Dominica, we must succeed. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I would actually have the island of Nevis at this time. The Commissioner, the Junior Minister from Nevis.
Bonsoir, chers collègues. Good afternoon, my fellow colleagues. I am pleased for this opportunity to speak to the importance of agritourism as a sustainable avenue to enhance our tourism industry. My plan to expand agritourism on Nevis is guided by AIC's definition that describes agritourism as any activity that links agriculture with products, services, and experiences in tourism. Having carefully looked at all resources available to support agritourism, I have chosen two areas for focus. One, promoting health and wellness through the use of our natural remedies and organic treatments. And two, promoting farm-based activities. Allow me to take you on a brief tour of the sites I have earmarked for agritourism development. The first stop is on the outskirts of our historic capital, Charlestown, at the Bath Stream. For centuries, visitors have been attracted to this site to use the healing waters of the hot springs. Through a public-private partnership, my government will transform these illustrious environs into a health and wellness complex. It will feature units of locally owned businesses offering natural herbal treatments while educating visitors on the medicinal use of local herbs. Also, a spa that will specialize in mango massages. The air will be filled with the smell of brewing healing teas from local herbs grown on site. This attraction will benefit local entrepreneurs and offer a holistic experience to the visitors. We will now journey to the New River Estate to implement our next initiative that is also intended to expand rural tourism development. The New River Estate is rich in cultural heritage. It is the home of the last operating sugar mill on the island. Today, this estate is primarily used for farming, which makes it the ideal epicenter for agritourism. My plan is to facilitate the establishment of farm bungalow accommodation at the New River Estate and train locals within the community to offer farm-based activities to the guests. These activities will include farm tours, crop harvesting, cooking demonstrations, and donkey cart rides. In the evening, visitors can relax and enjoy folk stories being told by villagers around the campfire while sampling our traditional roasted sprouts and potatoes. Colleagues, I certify that my proposal will deliver the authentic experience Daniel Levine so passionately spoke about in his presentation yesterday, that will win customers and have them tweeting about visiting our destination. I thank you.
Thank you very much. We will have the Commissioner, the Junior Minister of Tourism from Antigua.
Fellow Junior Ministers and Commissioners of Tourism, a pleasant good afternoon. I have chosen to share with you on the topic, Caribbean agri-tourism. There's more to it than visiting the farms. According to the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, agri-tourism consists of several approaches. In this presentation, I will expound on two of the many approaches identified. Firstly, with farm-based activities, such as rural bed and breakfast and farm tourism, tourists can harvest crops and use them in preparing meals or watch their meals being prepared with them. Visitors could also be given the opportunity to care for animals on the farm. These activities can be fun, even for children. Visitors can be given the opportunity to experience a working farm firsthand. For example, in Antigua, we have developed our black pineapple farm to accommodate educational tours and allow our visitors to witness the planting, nurturing, and picking of the fruit. The installation of a small agro-processing plant on site could provide other experiences. A small shop could be operated, offering the pineapple fruit in different forms. Example, jam, chutneys, juices, and crafts made from the plant. Secondly, through community-based initiatives such as village fairs, farmers markets, and one-shop tourism, building relationships between the community and hotels should be used to develop and host organized events, such as donkey-drawn cart rides under the moonlight, with designated stops to listen to stories of village history, while enjoying local treats, roast corn, sugar cakes, and fried dumplings. Village fairs where locals and tourists can participate in eating competitions, cook-offs, and animal races. Farmers markets can be set up at strategic points where fresh fruits and vegetables can be on display, increasing the awareness of local agricultural products. Also, our ground tour handlers can make our one-shops part of their organized tours, offering another setting where visitors can mingle with residents for a taste of locally made alcoholic beverages and watching local games as well as listening to music. Colleagues, agri-tourism can be used to further create jobs and incomes for our people, help diversify the tourism product, and spread the benefits of tourism, strengthen the bonds between the community and hotel sector, and improve economic growth and stability of our region, and elevate national pride. Please, let us make these benefits count. Thank you.
We will now have the Junior Minister of Tourism from St. Lucia.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Crack of dawn! Beams of sunlight penetrating the branches, forming a kaleidoscope of color on the dew-drenched St. Lucian farm. Fellow junior ministers and commissioners of tourism, that which we so often take for granted is treasured by our tourists who yearn for such an authentic and original experience. And so, my vision for agro-tourism in St. Lucia includes a number of model farms, structured to accommodate tours and farm-based activities, while the produce from these farms and agri-processors represent a constant supply to hotels and restaurants. Colleagues, allow me to take you through an experience I envision. Picture yourself moving through one of these model farms in Choiseul, Soufrière, or Labrie village, with an occasional glass of fresh chilled local fruit juice or Rinaldo cocoa. As you look to the west, 1,000 feet above sea level, are the majestic Petals, our World Heritage Site. Faintly scented tropical breeze cools your skin as you move through the floriculture section of our farm. And this unique farm experience culminates with dining on the farm. Great country cooking, all done in the open, right before your eyes. And if you are a couple, visiting because of our status as the world's #1 honeymoon destination, how about an Agri-moon special, with your vows written in shredded farm vegetables? Simply beautiful and enticing, isn't it? Ministers and commissioners, I am convinced that numerous benefits beckon us in agro-tourism. Alternative economic activity, employment generation, and foreign exchange savings, just to name a few.
I propose utilizing more locally grown products to promote our local cuisine. This coincides with the expectations of our visitors, who I must emphasize are not visiting to get fed up with apples, grapes, and macaroni, but to have a taste of our local cuisine and culture. I foresee hoteliers such as the Sandals chain investing in this venture to ensure reliability of supply and quality of products. For it is by no coincidence that in 2012, our Castries market, with its abundance of local produce, was ranked number 3 in the world according to the National Geographic listings. Fellow ministers and commissioner, value-added agri-tourism brings with it a level of self-reliance at a time when food security is increasingly becoming a global concern. Now, as the sun sets over the farm experience, I conclude that the time is right to take agri-tourism to the next level, and I recommend farm-based activities and more linkages to hotels and restaurants. I thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll be having the Junior Minister of Tourism from Barbados.
Good afternoon, fellow Junior Ministers and Junior Commissioners of Tourism. Agri-tourism is one of the most profitable business opportunities initiated across the Caribbean to create linkages between agriculture and tourism. Our visitors today are demanding unique, authentic holiday experiences in our Caribbean environments. By focusing on our local food festivals, culinary traditions, and community-based initiatives like village fairs, farmers markets, and rum shop tourism, Barbados can successfully promote agri-tourism. It is said that variety is the spice of life, and Barbados offers a wide range of culinary experiences from gourmet cuisine to contemporary Caribbean cooking. Culinary traditions like pudding and sauce with pickled breadfruit and succulent grilled fish from the Oysters fish fry on Friday and Saturday nights provides the opportunity for hundreds of visitors to experience the authenticity of Bajan cuisine and entertainment. Likewise, delicacies like jerk chicken and dukanah are enjoyed by visitors in our neighboring islands Jamaica and Antigua. The Barbados Food, Wine and Rum Festival is an initiative which continues to attract hundreds of locals and tourists with its wide variety of entertainment, food, and value-added products. This festival brings some of the world's renowned chefs, local chefs, and wine experts, and has been attracting over 6,000 visitors. Let's not forget the impact of community-based initiatives. Community-based initiatives allow both the visitors and locals to interact in settings outside of the traditional tourist areas. For instance, Barbados has over 1,500 rum shops, so the hotel sector can promote rum shop tourism by producing the ultimate Bajan rum shop crawls. Visits to these rum shops will give visitors a feel of politics and economic matters being discussed over local games such as dominoes. Organized village fairs and farmers markets can allow visitors and locals to access products like jams, jellies, and craft while being entertained by the sweet sounds of local calypsonians. Such initiatives open up avenues of employment for farmers and entrepreneurs to showcase their produce and increase their income. Hence, this generates revenue for the country. Agri-tourism is a growing industry. We leaders must be dedicated to giving our tourists the authenticity they are looking for. I thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll have the Junior Minister for Dutch St. Martin.
Chairman, fellow Junior Ministers and Commissioners, good afternoon. I am Harsha Partani, Junior Minister of Dutch St. Martin. Measuring 37 square miles, St. Martin is the smallest landmass in the world to be shared by two sovereign nations, France and the Netherlands. St. Martin boasts of its duty-free shopping, fantastic dining opportunities, nightlife, state-of-the-art cruise, cargo, and airport facilities, and more. Just so you know, St. Martin's economy primarily depends on tourism. As Junior Minister, my mandate is to urgently find ways of diversifying our economy. This I will do with the introduction of agro-tourism. With that goal in mind, I intend to subsidize our local farms to the point where they can create partnerships with our local hotels, restaurants, supermarkets, and visiting cruise lines to sell local produce and processed foods. A spin-off of this partnership will create nature tours for visitors and new festivals that incorporate St. Martin's rich culture. St. Martin imported about $50 million worth of food in 2011. As Junior Minister, I will decrease these imports by 15% within the next 2 years. This I will do by supporting our community-based agro-tourism like Hillside Adventures and Guavaberry Emporium, with government land, grants, and the use of advanced technology like vertical farming. Once of significant size, we can sell produce and local processed foods like microgreens, red cabbage, rum to local hotels, restaurants, and supermarkets and cruise lines. I would like to base our hotel and farm partnership after the Sandals and Rada partnership in Jamaica. To increase employment for our locals and create activities for our guests, I like to create tours for visitors to learn about agriculture and participate in activities like mango picking. Imagine walking through the hills of our island and picking fresh guava berry to later create your very own guava berry rum. Because we are known for a vibrant mix of cultures, as Junior Minister, I would like to create a food and rum festival that will showcase the flavors of St. Martin's diverse culture. How will this increase and benefit our tourism industry and incorporate agriculture? Every ingredient used in this festival will be locally grown. This festival will consist of culinary challenges for international and local chefs and home cooks, demos for locals and tourists, and lectures on sustainable living, as well as the selling of local products such as sugar cakes, Johnny cakes, spices, and more. The goal of the food festival is to attract tourists, generate funds, and be an expression of our culture. Agri-tourism allows us to make a revolutionary product out of what we already have that expresses our culture in new ways. After all, it is our industry, our destination, our responsibility to make St. Martin the ideal travel destination for our guests. In closing, on behalf of the government of St. Martin, I'd like to thank this Caribbean Tourism Organization for giving me the opportunity to express my views during this Youth Congress. I thank you.
We will move to Jamaica.
Bonjour. Our Olympians run on Jamaican yams. Thus, our visitors must sample this key ingredient. Honorable Dr. Wickham McNeil states that the success of Jamaica's tourism sector should not be based solely on increasing visitor arrivals. Therefore, my fellow junior ministers, surely you agree with me that agritourism has its place in Jamaica. Using the IICA's definition of agritourism, the activities that link agriculture with experiences in tourism, I firmly believe that agritourism is critical as it benefits our farmers, our industry, and most importantly, our communities. As Junior Minister, I would like to focus on the approach of farmers and agri-processors supplying the industry and the promotion of festivals and culinary traditions. The benefits of the first approach are evidenced within the productive partnership between Jamaica's Rural Agricultural Development Authority and Sandals Resort Chefs. From adopter farmer programs to farmers markets, every stakeholder actively partakes in the yields. Other fine examples include Jake's Hotel's farm-to-table dinner held at sunset before the full moon. Picture the breathtaking scenery in rural Jamaica at a table spread right there in the field with tableside cooking by your chefs. This is a perfect example of what our keynote speaker, Daniel Levine from yesterday, taught us about making our offerings local, authentic, and artisanal. How about a visit to the Round Hill Hotel? From rich, creamy Scotch bonnet ice cream to some oxtail ragout, their organic garden and fresh meats facilitate a thrilling experience. A cocktail with the prestigious Jamaican Appleton rum or the world-renowned Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee will certainly top off the experience. Bon appetit! I am happy to inform you, in addition to that, recently, through the new Tourism Linkages Hub at the Ministry of Tourism, we have begun supplying hoteliers with goods which were mostly imported such as strawberries. As junior minister, I dream of the day we can say all the supplies for our industry are obtained locally. Colleagues, get happy in Jamaica with a little entertainment. Jamaica boasts over 15 food festivals. Sample the unknown served at these festivals, such as some curry cheesecake, jerked reindeer, or a whopping 6-man seafood power soup. As junior minister, I would like to suggest to festival organizers to go after the youth in my country by creating special school packages for students to attend these events. These festivals are such a fun way to get my generation or generation involved in the drive to grow agritourism for Jamaica sustainably. In conclusion, agritourism is the way to improve our foreign exchange reserves, add value to the supply chain, promote rural development, and boost our off-peak periods. My fellow junior ministers, with the Belmost estate of Grenada, a Goodfellas farm of the Bahamas, agritourism is the way to improve our tourism industry, and we are destined for success. My colleagues, a new day is dawning. To the fields we must go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
C'est Martin. As Caribbean destinations, most of us are more dependent on tourism than any other destination in the world. For my country, this is our main livelihood. We also know that our visitors are seeking adventure, sea, sun, and sand, or more pleasures. But if there is one thing that we can guarantee, is that they all must eat. The estimated amount of tourists to the Caribbean for the year 2013 was at 1 billion, according to the Caribbean Tourism Organization. Now, convert that total into 3 servants per day, times $10, times 2 weeks. Hold on, what am I talking about? I am talking about over $36 billion, people. Just imagine, if all of this capital could stay and circulate in our Caribbean region, this should raise some eyebrows in the field of regional cooperation. And seeing that our networking ability are to the highest level, let's start communicating, people. I share with you the conviction that in order for our islands, territories, and countries to experience growth, we must develop partnership and create a network that will assert the identity of our region as the #1 destination. My main focus on agritourism is the ideal way of building a strong united force capable of competing with the European market, the Arabian, and Latin American destinations. Saint-Martin organizes major annual events, leaving our tourists with a memorable Caribbean experience, no matter where they come from. The breathtaking culinary contest in Marigot and in the village of Saint Louis, our beautiful women, dressed in their colorful frocks, showcase our extraordinary know-hows. Not forgetting Colombier, the cradle of Mother Nature, with their arrowroot jollification. Tasty vegetables from wonderful Dominica flirt with the nutritious lettuce from nearby Anguilla, disclosing secretly hidden recipes. Our wild fruits, also made in Martinique with their sugarcane syrup and a good Jamaican rum. What if we create a Caribbean certified label, providing jobs by getting our youths involved in tourism, marketing, advertisement, network distribution, you name it, by creating a spirit of entrepreneurship? Our label must be healthy, standards of quality, and sustainability. Let us invade our markets with our own products. Let us import from our region and export to our regions. Let us take our economy to a world dimension. Let us import from our region and export to our region. Let us make sure that our farmers, before being a Caucasian, a Barbadian, a St. Lucian farmer, be a Caribbean farmer. One sea, one voice, one Caribbean. And I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. We have come to the end of our first session. We'll actually be going into our mystery segment. This segment introduces our Youth Congress participants to a question unknown. Each junior minister or commissioner of tourism will be given 1 minute to think through the question and 1 minute to respond. The question for this year's Congress is, I'll repeat it twice, share one thing you would like to achieve or experience As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism and state why achieving or experiencing this would be important to you. Share one thing you would like to achieve or experience as Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism and state why achieving or experiencing this would be important to you.
As the Junior Minister of Prince Martin said, one sea, one voice, one Caribbean. Well, that one sea is being infiltrated by lionfish. And lionfish are taking over our reefs and reducing biodiversity. And one of the main reasons that tourists come to our region is because of our natural beauty, our reefs. So we need also a unique experience, a festival that can be guaranteed to families throughout all the islands. You could contact the fishermen and the universities of the different islands to educate people about this loss of biodiversity, because we need to help out our reefs, and the lionfish need to be taken. And also, they're tasty. So if there would be one thing, it would be the lionfish line, because it would foster a unity between the Caribbean region. One sea, hopefully without lionfish. One voice, one Caribbean. I thank you, Junior Minister.
One thing I would want our Caribbean region to be is authentic. It is the reason why year after year after year, the same people come back to our islands. It is the reason why they love it so much and express and share that experience with their friends to make them return to our islands as well. When I mean authentic, I mean like learning about the agriculture and history from every single island, whether it is the heritage from the forts and the farms in Dominica, or learning how to plant certain fruits in St. Martin, or learning about the culture and the dressing and the use of Creole language in Martinique. And this is why I think authenticity is definitely one thing I would love for our island, because it's the reason that people come to our island, it's the reason why people talk about our island, and it's the reason why we will be number one. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there is one thing I wish I could experience as Junior Minister, it would be that the Caribbean develops a sense of brotherhood and unity as a collection of islands. I believe that cooperation is the easiest way to achieve anything that we want. One man alone cannot hold up the sky, but we together can achieve anything. If there was one thing I wish I could experience, one thing I wish I could visualize us happening, is that we come to understand that there is as much honor in being a great single island as there is in being part of a great region. That we develop a sense of brotherhood, and by using that sense of brotherhood, we achieve our dreams and our goals. Thank you.
In today's time, our youth do not value our tourism product. In Angola, our tourism product is beaches. And I would encourage educate our youth to love our tourism by perfecting authenticity, living them with power. Because in Angola, we have found that many of our youth do not respect our beaches. So I think if we show our youth some love and affection in our island, that they will see how important tourism is in Angola for our island. Thank you.
La Martinique possède un fort patrimoine historique et culturel. Il serait intéressant justement de créer un circuit qui allierait l'authenticité et la modernité de notre pays à la fois. Et justement, intégrer les jeunes dans ce circuit-là permettrait de varier l'échange entre toutes les personnalités et pourquoi pas inviter nos autres pays de la Caraïbe, nos autres ministres juniors et jeunes, afin de pouvoir partager un maximum d'informations sur notre Martinique. Nous pourrons aussi, justement, lors de ces excursions, avoir des anecdotes authentiques qui se seraient passées sur place en temps longtemps. Thank you.
Fellow junior ministers, I'm sure we can all concur that tourism is the main product that drives our economy in the Caribbean. Therefore, the one thing I would love to see is a promotion of the St. Kitts Music Festival. Using this festival, which happens in May, during the slow period of tourism industry, we could promote local, regional, and international acts.
As the Junior Minister of Prince Martin said, one sea, one voice, one Caribbean. Well, that one sea is being infiltrated by lionfish. And lionfish are taking over our reefs and reducing biodiversity. And one of the main reasons that tourists come to our region is because of our natural beauty, our reefs. So we need also a unique experience, a festival that can be guaranteed to families throughout all the islands. You could contact the fishermen and the universities of the different islands to educate people about this loss of biodiversity, because we need to help out our reefs, and the lionfish need to be taken. And also, they're tasty. So if there would be one thing, it would be the lionfish line, because it would foster a unity between the Caribbean region. One sea, hopefully without lionfish. one voice, one Caribbean. I thank you, Junior.
If there's one thing I would want our Caribbean region to be, is authentic. It is the reason why year after year after year the same people come back to our islands. It is the reason why they love it so much and express and share that experience with their friends to make them return to our islands as well. When I mean authentic, I mean like learning about the agriculture and history from every single island, whether it is the heritage from the forts and the farms in Dominica, or learning how to plant certain fruits in St. Martin, or learning about the culture and the dressing and the foods of Creole language in Martinique. And this is why I think authenticity is definitely one thing I would love for our island, because it's the reason that people come to our island. It's the reason why people talk about our island, and it's the reason why we will be number one. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing I wish I could experience as junior minister, it would be that the Caribbean develops a sense of brotherhood and unity as a collection of islands. I believe that cooperation is the easiest way to achieve anything that we want. One man alone cannot hold up the sky, but we together can achieve anything. If there was one thing I wish I could experience, one thing I wish I could visualize us happening, is that we come to understand that there's as much honor in being a great single island as there is in being part of a great region. That we develop the sense of brotherhood, and by using that sense of brotherhood, we achieve our dreams and our goals. Thank you.
In today's time, our youth do not value our tourism product. In Anguilla, our tourism product is beaches. And I would encourage educate our youth to love our tourism by perfecting authenticity, placing them with power. Because in Anguilla, we have found that many of our youth do not respect our beaches. So I think if we show our youth some love and affection in our island, that they will see how important tourism is in Anguilla for our island. Thank you.
La Martinique possède un fort patrimoine historique et culturel. Il serait intéressant justement de créer un circuit qui allierait l'authenticité et la modernité de notre pays à la fois. Et justement, intégrer les jeunes dans ce circuit-là permettrait de varier l'échange entre toutes les personnalités et pourquoi pas inviter nos autres pays de la Caraïbe, nos autres ministres juniors et jeunes, afin de pouvoir partager un maximum d'informations sur notre Martinique. Nous pourrons aussi, justement, lors de ces excursions, avoir des anecdotes authentiques qui se seraient passées sur place en temps longtemps. Thank you.
Fellow junior ministers, I'm sure we can all concur that tourism is the main product that drives our economy in the Caribbean. Therefore, the one thing I would love to see is a promotion of the St. Kitts Music Festival. Using this festival, which happens in May, during the slow period of tourism industry, we could promote local, regional, and international acts, with focus on local and regional acts. Also, the integration of Caribbean destinations. As was said by the BVI, our Caribbean would love unity. This would encourage intra-regional travel where persons from St. Lucia or St. Martin would be able to experience St. Kitts. Also, along with experiencing St. Kitts, they get to visit the shows, see the artists perform, not forgetting being able to actually feel the love we have in St. Kitts, creating an authentic experience. Also, economically, it boosts our industry, providing a better standard of living for our people. Therefore, the promotion of the St. Kitts Music Festival is what I would love to see. Thank you.
Authentic destination, you say? Well, I tell you, it is culture and it is the love of the people. That is why, as Junior Minister of St. Lucia, I would like to experience my home team, my home cricket team, the St. Lucia Zooks, play in another Caribbean country. This would give me the opportunity to experience the culture, the people, the authenticity, and the true tourism of another Caribbean country. I would be given, in this regard, the opportunity to experience firsthand the diversity of the Caribbean. Because I truly believe in the diversity within the unity of the Caribbean, and I strongly believe that cricket is our passion, I would love to see my home cricket team play in another Caribbean country and meet all of you along the way. I thank you.
As Junior Minister for the Island of St. Martin, the one thing that I would like to achieve is that one day the Caribbean islands can reunite as one to make the Caribbean sector the #1 tourism in a tourism field and create a label that will be sustainable, healthy, and qualified. Why? Because as one, we are strong and we cannot be defeated. As my junior minister from the British Islands said, one Caribbean, one sea, and one country. I thank you.
It is with grave concern that I agree with my fellow junior tourism minister from Anguilla. I would therefore implement more youth programs so as to raise awareness among the teenagers, among the youth in my country. Jamaica, the land of food and water, the Caribbean, is the region which is most heavily dependent on tourism. Why is it then that we do not prepare the leaders of tomorrow from today? I recommend that within my country, we open more clubs such as tourism action clubs. There is one at my school, but however, it is dormant. I would therefore advocate for Jamaica to focus on the diversity as tourism spans spatial dimensions and is forever relevant. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. If I were to see one thing occur in the Caribbean region, it would be for us to become completely local, artisanal, and for us to take each other's recommendations. Example, my fellow colleagues have showcased new implementations that could be implemented in each Caribbean region. Example, the mango massage could be implemented in Dominica, as well as the agricultural museums could be implemented in Jamaica or St. Lucia. This will allow us to exchange our products and promote us as one Caribbean destination. Also, I would like us to for our country to become completely artisanal and local, using our local products from our farmers, being in our restaurants rather than importing the goods. This will allow us to reduce in the number of imports, which will higher our economy and promote us more as a Caribbean region. I thank you.
As Junior Minister of Tourism for Barbados, I would like to see the Caribbean come together as one united body and promote the culture, the heritage, the sports, and the cuisine that is indigenous to our region. Also, I'd like to see us be able to tap into markets like Russia and China, where visitors are constantly looking for new but authentic leisure and adventurous activities that cannot be replicated anywhere else. I thank you.
Even though my island is beautiful, as Junior Minister of Nevis, I would like to travel to all the islands in the Caribbean and within the CTO. Reason being, this will give me, as Junior Minister of Nevis, the opportunity to sample the different cultures of our neighboring islands and coming together as one to become the most visited region in the world, which will deliver authenticity, kindness, and an amazing experience to remember.
As Junior Minister from Antigua and Barbuda, I would like to experience and be a part of a meeting between ministers around the Caribbean, just to get a feel of what really goes on and to contribute to these meetings so that I can see the Caribbean grow and be as one and implement so many of these ideas that I have heard about around this table. Thank you.
The youth of today are not the future of tomorrow. We should be involved in the decision making because the decisions made today will affect our youth tomorrow, because that is when we'll be in the place where we're in the decision making position. Therefore, I would advocate that we be a part of decision making, so if anything goes wrong, we got no one else to blame but ourselves. We need to have more forums such as this where we can voice our opinions on specific topics so everyone will be aware that we know what's going on in the world and we have our opinions as well. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I know that this is possible, and I would advocate that the youths are more involved in decision making and at least make our opinions voiced. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the close of this year's CTO's Youth Congress. Thank you.
We like to congratulate the third place winner at St. Kitts, we thought did a very credible job. And the second place winner went to St. Lucia. And the 2013 Junior Minister goes to St. Nevis.